What's up, guys? It's Jay, MorninAfterKill, and I'm back on Borderlands 2. And now that we got Gearbox's attention again, I want to turn the clock back to 2013 with the release of Digistruct Peak. And the same could even be said for today with Wonderlands and the Chaos Chamber. But for now, I want to focus on September 2013. 1 year after Borderlands 2's release, we saw Gearbox release Digistruct Peak. And with it, the introduction of the overpowered levels. Which this, in conjunction with the release of Ultimate Vault Hunter mode a few months previously, caused a massive drop in Borderlands 2's player base. Why? Put it simply, it just wasn't very fun. It wasn't very rewarding, and when you finish Digistruct Peak, your ultimate reward is a shitty Gen 1 Pearl. The game gets harder, and there's less people to play with because there's no filters in the matchmaking to match your OP levels with others' OP levels. You could be level 72 and join another person's level 72 lobby, and they could be playing on Overpower 8 and you're on Overpower 1, and it's just not going to be a good match for you in game. In short, Digistruct Peak was poorly designed and implemented. But it didn't have to be that way. You see, Gearbox was in a real unique position in 2013. They just got done with their 4 campaign DLCs, fulfilling the season pass, and they were working on fleshing out the endgame for Borderlands 2. Now, at this time in the gaming industry, supporting games past a single season pass DLC cycle was pretty much unheard of. Gearbox was following the Call of Duty model for gaming at the time. But the problem is that COD gets yearly installments. Borderlands doesn't. You remember that this was pre-2014, so Destiny hadn't released yet. Gearbox was in a position to where they could have been one of the first developers to continue to improve upon the game past a single DLC cycle. In fact, Gearbox could have used Digistruct Peak as a timed event. Or, coming back to present day, the Chaos Chamber in Tiny Penis Wonderlands could have been used as a timed community event, where they could have just used those areas to curate community challenges that reset. I don't know, they could have reset like weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, seasonal, whatever gives them enough time to curate the next experience. And they can inject a limited time weapon drop into the end boss's loot pool, very similar to how Destiny has their pinnacle weapons in their seasons. It could be things like perfect sandhawks, grog nozzles that drop, maybe even crazier shit that doesn't exist outside of these events. Like, could you imagine the influx of players if this month's drop was something like, I don't know, a fire damage, double penetrating, unkempt herald? Like, obviously, it doesn't have to be that crazy. But if you look at games like Destiny, like I said, with their Crucible pinnacle weapons each season, or even when Jur was selling things like the Yellowhorn, this could have been their version of creating that fear of missing out, or FOMO, to keep bringing back players on a regular basis. But instead, they'd rather drive players away with unfun, uninspired, unrewarding activities. So, my name is Jay. MorninAfterKill. I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. It leads up on the video, and I highly appreciate it because it gives me motivation to make more videos for y'all motherfuckers that watch my motherfucking videos. But let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think if Digistruct Peak was used to mix up the spawns, the enemies, and made the bosses at the end thing, you know, drop things that are like either super hard to farm or shouldn't even exist in the loot pool of the game, would that have brought you back to tackle an insurmountable challenge like Digistruct Peak? Or would you rather continue doing activities in game that make your game harder and give you less people to play with? At least you got that pearl, though! Tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. My name's Jay. MorninAfterKill. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna see y'all motherfuckers later.
Like parachute pants or love. Cool kids murder all the bad guys before progressing.
True world revealed. Weaknesses now known to me. Time to go to work.
Oh, here's something new. A Hyperion abomination brainstormed by Scooter and Ellie. Part spider tank, part warloader. These metal behemoths embody my two biggest fears, which don't involve French kissing.
How hilarious. You just set off my trap card. Your death approaches.
Jack dead and Brick foaming at the mouth to go after the new vaults, it's important to remember that many unanswered questions still remain, beyond why Brick won't take the rabies medication I've given him.